Hey guys, welcome to the channel. On this video we're going to do the third function kit install. Just got finished up and doing a little testing with it to make sure everything's good. See, I got a tree up there right now. This is going to go through the process of putting the third function kit on to run a grapple, 4-in-1 bucket, mud bucket, concrete bucket, anything with a low flow. It's not going to run a jackhammer. It's not going to run anything that requires a high hydraulic flow. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I installed the third function kit. This is the third function kit from Rural King. I do have to get these wires and hoses back up. They're kind of still loose right now for testing purposes. I wanted to make sure that everything worked right before I buttoned everything up. We'll do a quick little overlook. I still have to figure out some of the stuff on how to run it the way I want it. It's not pinching, but it's still kind of not quite where I want. Thinking I might weld something up with a spring to hold these up. But here's how it ended up. I do have to tighten one of these up. Can't remember. One of them's loose, leaking a little bit. But the kit is a diverter kit. Everything that's coming off the box, these hoses, the two outside furthest from the tractor, these two hoses to this hydraulic line, these two on the upper side of the arm, and you have your diverter electric to run. And it runs all the way up here, connects to the control arm up there, runs up to the battery to connect up there. So I'll be showing you all that. I still got to button this up. I'm just kind of taking it easy, doing a little bit of testing on some of this old fence row. So we'll go ahead and start on the install process. I started 2 days ago. So enjoy. And then also, if you like some of this stuff, how to install certain stuff, I'm going to start doing reviews on stuff like this. Did a review on the RK55. I've had this for 1 year. So subscribe, hit the like button. It's all free. It helps my channel out. Thanks. All right, today's video, I have a third function kit to put onto the tractor. So to be able to operate grapple, 4-in-1 bucket, anything with a low flow, obviously not a jackhammer or anything like that, but a grapple and a 4-in-1 bucket will be huge help for a lot of stuff I do. So we have diverter kit, all the hoses, the wiring. It also has this, but there's already one installed. Just the loader stick control with a button. We have the mount to mount the diverter valve and the connections. I will probably change these out, these fittings, to the flat surface like skid loaders run. I just find that they are a lot easier to wipe off versus this. These seem to collect a lot of dirt and just all the little grass seeds and everything. Can't get it undone. But yeah, those just, even though with the plug on, when you got it off, all this, the hydraulic oil that's on this collects everything. And this alone is harder to clean off than the flat surface, which the grapple already has. I'll show you that. So here's the grapple, and that is what I'll be putting on. It's a lot easier to just wipe off, even both sides. A lot easier to wipe off. Okay, before messing with any hydraulics, put this down into the float position and all the way back and forth. Get all the pressure out of it, just like you were unhooking the loader. So first thing, 12 millimeter. Take these this guard off. So it's just the two middle bolts, and then we're going to start hooking up lines, taking the old lines off and doing the supplied lines. So we got to take some of these brackets off, and these top two lines are going to get replaced, and then these two lines are going to get replaced. So we'll start on that now. This is also going to be a 12 millimeter. Yep, still gonna have to get a wrench. Okay, now to start undoing some of these lines. Using the 7/8. Go ahead and get these this bottom two off first, and then we'll take these top two off. Okay, there are two of them. One is a little bit longer, as you can see. So make sure the longer goes on top. So we're going to take the shorter one first and go ahead and connect it to the red. Maybe. If I can get the cap off. There you go. Editor Travis here. As I was editing, I noticed I didn't quite get the footage I needed. So these two lines here, the line closest to the loader is going to be your shorter line here. So the shorter of the line goes out to the front, connects to the hose that connects to the bottom of the cylinder for the bucket. And then you're going to tee off here. It's going to come up here at the bottom of the bucket. And then your top hose, these two hoses get replaced because you're going from the T fittings up to here down to T fittings down here. So the second line is going to be your longer line, and is going to connect to the top, be the second line, and then run back up to the top on this side. And then your lines up here, your longer line from this bin to the cab, your longer line is going to be on top, your shorter line is going to be at the bottom. And again, this is from the bin up to the cab. And then from the bin down, your shorter one's going to be up top, longer at the bottom. Okay, I'm back. Let's go ahead and get this mounted. I got a plate that goes onto there. Get that lined up with the bolts. And then we want to put it towards the, put the adjuster out towards the, if you're sitting in the seat, if you're looking at the tractor, it'll be to your left. If I can get it lined up. And then this will be 10 millimeter. Go ahead and get a socket for it. Okay, so diverter installed. Take this, go back over here, and set that there for now. Oh, don't do that. Go ahead and tighten all these up. Okay, get this set on here. Find the bolts for that. Okay, now a 15 millimeter. We'll go ahead and take all these plugs out. I'm going to leave the bottom two on because I'm going to go get those different type of quick connect fittings. First things first is get this hooked up, and then I'll run in the town, get those quick connect fittings, and then we will go do a little testing with the grapple. Now, your main feed is going to go to the top of these. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and hook these up to the top of these. They already have the fittings on. These are both the same size, so it doesn't matter which one you use first. Guess we'll hook up this bottom one here first. Then get the top one on. Okay, so your bottom one's going to go the furthest point. And of course I forgot my adapter. Okay, now the bottom one goes on the far side. And this top one goes on the close one. Go ahead and give you a good visual. This bottom line is going to go to the far side, and this top line is going to go to the near side. Then we'll go ahead and tighten these up here. Actually, I just found these. I must have dropped them out of the box. Pretty sure these go on here. So, take these back off. Those should go in there. Okay, do this right the first time here. Would be nice. There's a lot of steps into this. You just don't really realize it until you actually start. But you can definitely do it. I'm actually just doing this off of a photo. This photo right here, that's all it takes. And I can see where lines are ran. And I know that's off a factory setup, so should be the same kit, unless they ended up changing the kits out. Before I forget, take this back apart, get the correct seals into there. So you can see the difference there. This is a lot more flat. That has kind of a 45-degree little beveled edge there. So make sure you have the flat down into the diverter valve. Yeah, same thing with this. Live and learn. Live and learn. All right. Coming off now. Now, let's see, I want to bend it this way. Keep it out of the way. I can get it lined up so it starts. Okay. Go ahead and start this second one on the back side here. Don't want to tighten anything quite yet. Not tighten all the way down, at least. Yeah, if you got gloves on, can't get these off, just grab some pliers. All right, I'll go ahead and tighten these all the way down now. Now that I have it adjusted where it's going to be. I'll keep it nice and out of the way. Go ahead and connect these lines. And the bottom is going to go to the far side. So like this. Try to put it up this way. Bend it so it's kind of away from the bucket or the grapple. Or forks or whatever. Any attachments that you put it on. Or put on here. Okay, that's mounted. Now we get to play with these. So I'll move you up here so you can see. So basically, what do I need to do here? So this bottom one needs to go to the front one. So we need to replace these with, I believe the other ones are longer, because you're moving the connection point from here down to here. So you do have to change these out so they're longer. Which I believe you leave these pieces on and just connect the old ones. I'm gonna find out real quick. Okay, so grab my photo. I need this connected. Get stuff out of my hands. I'm going to put that one out of the way because I need to put the top one on first, since it is it's going to be kind of hard to reach with the other one connected. So get that on there, kind of loose. You want to wrap these back here, kind of turn it the way you're going to want it. See, I didn't connect this bracket here yet, so these are loose. It's going to be a fun one. Kind of hard to tell if I got it started or not. So now that we got that started, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this all the way down. And then, same thing with this. You have to spin it so it lines up the way you want it. Get stuff out of my hands again. Probably should have done these last, but too late now. Okay, I think I got everything except the electrical done. Go ahead and put these brackets back on. Actually, I think it's just the one bracket now. Okay, now we're going to do electrical. It actually just plugs into here. It actually screws in right here. And once we get it tight, we will start zip tying this up. Comes with 4 zip ties, but pretty sure I'm going to end up with more. So we'll start one right here at the corner. And I'm gonna have to wipe all these hoses down before I get done, but try to hook it right at the corner. I'm gonna try to zip it to the second line instead of being on the top. Kind of want it somewhat out of the way. And you can zip tie it however you want. But to me, everywhere where it bends, and then instead of being on this top line, try to run it against this middle line here. It's going to be a little harder getting the zip tie to kind of go in there, but that'd be enough. I'm going to zip tie a lot more. I'll go get smaller ones and kind of have it where it's zip tied every few inches. Okay. So you see the plug there. So I want to keep it with this. So I'm going to have to unplug that. So I want to keep this with the hoses. So I'm going to run it right through there with the hoses. And I'll just zip tie it right here. Like I said, I'm going to go get a lot more. And this, I still got to kind of figure out. Yeah. Let's move this over the inside of this. So that will go on the inside. That way I can unplug it right here. And then I think I want to run this up and over that way. Looks like I might have to go get some connections to plug this in. So I will, yeah, I'm gonna add connections. Looks like they're just the round butt connectors. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this cover off and figure out how I need to run this wire up to the battery and relay. And we will run this wire all the way up to this battery here to have power. So you have your red and black for your ground. You got your fuse in here. Go ahead and double check, make sure it's good. It's good, 10 amp. So we'll go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and hook that up. Pretty sure everybody can figure out how to hook up a wire to a battery. But in case you don't, we will do that real quick. So, right there, all we need to do is loosen that up, figure out what size it is. All right, 10 millimeter. Sometimes it's hard to mess with the camera and do stuff, but we'll get it done. Okay, that's a bigger size. Okay, let's try a 13. Yeah. Of course, I'm probably going the wrong way. Yeah. So it's gonna be a 13 for the negative for some reason. So 10 for the positive, 13 for the negative. I think this is the battery holder. I'm gonna try to, yeah, because it latches up there, so I'll just mount it right here. See if I have any clearance issues. Hopefully not. Okay, I'm back 2 days later. I cannot match up the threads to a flat face onto the diverter kit. So I ended up getting adapters to convert the grapple itself to the Pioneer style that the tractor has. So I still got to swap this one out, but I do know I have the correct fittings now to at least run this. So cancel the flat face ideal, and we're going to the tractor Pioneer style. So go ahead and finish this up. I need to do the handle. I was going to splice those wires together, but the new handle comes with the correct connectors on it already. So I'm just going to change that out instead of splicing it. It looked like it was pretty easy. Right here, this one already has the connectors are on it, so be simple enough to take this apart. So we'll get started right now. You got these little connectors. That comes out. And then it looks like I need to undo these 2 bolts. And that'll let this boot come out. And then it should just be a nut holding this on. Take that nut loose. Pull this wire through. Just like so. And I'll go get some wrenches to take that off. Okay, we're gonna need a 12mm. Okay, so just need to figure out this bolt here. Okay, got that loose. I'm not sure what the size is for the top. Well, it's supposed to be loose. Let me run these back in to keep it from twisting on me. Get a hold of that top one. Work it loose. There we go. Alright, that popped off there. Go get the new one. Okay, this is the new one. So I got to take the jam nut off the old one. Okay, I need to take this jam nut off the old one. I grab the correct size here. They put plenty of Loctite on this. Of course, the only reason we're doing this step is because the new wires already have the connection. And I do not have any connectors on hand. So we're just swapping the handle out. And you might need to swap the handle out one day anyways, so here's how you do it. Oop. Make sure we put our boot back on. You're going to want to put wires through the top. Pull the wires through. And just work this up. And just kind of pop that up, hold it with your thumb, get the other side up. So it's in that groove. Now this needs to go on the back side. So I'm gonna go ahead and line it up first. I'll try to go down as low as possible. Make sure you don't twist this too bad. Okay, there's going to be my stopping point right there. Get this twisted around. Slid back down into place. These two wires should be able to slide down in that hole. I think it went down. If not, you can go from the bottom with a clothes hanger. Yeah. Alright, so it's coming down the bottom, so. Got that down there. Retighten these 12mm bolts. I knew where I put it. There it is. Right on my face. These tightened back down. And then we need to tighten that jam nut that's on it. Okay, I guess this cover I should have put on last. Because I need that up. I need to tighten this jam nut up. Now put the cover back over the latch. Get it down. Slide that back down. These little pins go back into the hole. Run these wires over this filter here. Top of this hose. We're going to connect it here. Now you're going to have red and black, and then you have black and gray. I'm just going to take a guess. We'll do black to black. It might not matter. It might. I'll be the test pig here. So we're gonna try black and black and black with a red stripe with gray. And then before I zip tie all this up, we will do a test. Okay, I got those. I'm just gonna let them hang for now, in case I need to swap them. Okay, we're down to finishing this up. Got the diverter kit all wired up. We need to put these on. Now again, these have the small end. You want the gasket. to go up into the diverter. Sure you take that little rubber gasket off. So we're replacing it with the metal one with the rubber inside. That tightened up. Those are tightened. And then, can't remember which, it doesn't matter which side, but I'm going to try to keep it factory. Try to make it match the grapple I have already. So, should go to this side. And that takes a bigger one. I think it's 1 inch, but I can't find my 1 inch for whatever reason, so I'll tell you what does fit. This adjustable. So I'm gonna keep that one kind of straight, and this one I'm gonna just angle off just enough. Most of the time your attachments that you hook up are gonna be from this side. And I might change this later on. This is just how I'm putting it together for now for testing purposes. It's like 90 degrees out and humid. I am sweating pretty bad. Okay, I should have everything ready to go hook up to the grapple. Okay. I might have to play with those. Figure out a good spot where it doesn't pinch. So I'll just have to be extra careful at the moment until I figure that out. But we're gonna test it here. Alright guys, so this will be the end of the video. I'm going to have a lot more video doing grapple work, cleaning out fence line, cleaning up the farm. We got a bunch of scrap metal, woodwork, all kinds of stuff. So subscribe, it's free. Check out the farm cleanup.